So Christmas time has come to Goodison Park as Everton are about to unveil Carlo Ancelotti as their next manager. What a bold move that is. And has it shaped up, has it given the Premier League a new lease of life? It's probably going to give ruptures around Merseyside. We're going to talk about that and much more right here on the latest batch of Premier League predictions. And of course, we are live. That's right, folks, back once again with some more Premier League predictions. It is super duper early, but welcome to the show if you are here. If you're not, well, who cares? You're missing out on all kinds of bonanza. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, make sure you bang the subscribe button. Keep you bang up to date with all things Premier League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We go here under Warruski. Yes, it is not my usual time, but needs must and all that. Obviously, next few days is a lot of football going on elsewhere. We've got the World Club Cup, we've got the Carabao Cup, we've got Premier League, all this kind of stuff. And I've also got a very busy weekend on the horizon. But anyway, if you're here, welcome. If not, you are missing out. So let's get into the thick of things and take a little look at what's gone on in the Premier League most recently, folks. And here we are. That's right. We're going to talk about last matches and who's got what kind of stuff. So let's get going. 0 to 3 is the criteria. If you get that, you're in the shit-faced gang. If you're in 4 to 6, you're in the straight-faced club. Nathan Heaver's with me. Well, it could be just you and me, buddy, old pal. 4 to 6, because this is the time that suits you down under. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-faced gang. And 7 plus, you're in the top banana. That's right. So let's take a look at how we all got on this past weekend. First and foremost, me, the host with the most. Liverpool did beat Watford again. They're just grinding through these results at the moment. No barnstorming performance, but just a business-like performance. So Pearson continues to find it a little bit tough as Watford manager, but Liverpool continue to do their bits. Hello, Tharo. Welcome to the gang. Hopefully you guys are ready with your picks because we're going to need some input. Actually, with a 3-0 win on this one for Liverpool. The imminent Premier League winners, perhaps? Question mark. Burnley, though, did beat Newcastle 1-0. Actually, with a 2-1 win on this one myself. So again, not too shabby. Chelsea, that's Nathan's boys. They lost to Bournemouth, which is a bit of a shambles. I actually went with a 3-1 win for Chelsea on this one, so a little bit bummed out on that one. Leicester could only muster a draw with party people's Norwich City, who upped the ante with a 1-1 draw. Actually went with a 2-0 win on this one, so not too shabby. Sheffield United did beat Aston Villa 2-0. Job done in the end for Wilder's boys. I actually went with a 3-1 win on this one. Tharo reckons he's got top banana. Well, we'll have a look in a minute, Tharo. We'll take a look. Southampton lost to West Ham at home, actually with a 2-2 draw on this one. Man United and Everton could only muster another draw here, 1-1. 3-2 for me. Got that one wrong. Wolves lost to Mourinho's boys, 2-1. Big result. Got that one bang on the flipping nose, boys. Hello, Keith. Welcome to this lunchtime breakfast show, wherever you are in the world. Or maybe it is an evening show, a.k.a. Nathan Boy. As for Arsenal, they did lose to Manchester City quite convincingly. It was like a first half domination by Manchester City. Got the right goal deficit on this one. 4-1 for me. We need to sort things out now. Got Tottenham. Yep, you've got a monstrous weekend. And Brighton Hove Albion could only muster a draw in a bit of a derby. 1-1. I actually went with a 2-1 win on this one. So for me, I got 2, 4, 5, which makes I'm in the straight face gang. Now, is Tharo right? Did he get top banana? We'll have a look, shall we? Vincent Hung, he did okay for himself. Russell Frost did absolutely ass. Did okay. Zane B, not too shabby. Hello Vlogs also did pretty terrible. Shepherd V, 5 or 4, whatever it is, and the old Roman numerals, not too shabby. Cody Cahoe did terrible. Kim Sanderson, not too shabby. Young Z also not too bad. Jim Makos did okay for himself. Dean Stock, not too shabby. Alexander Cariesta did terrible. Mahamadou Nuru did okay. Noko Drinker, not too shabby. And Cannonbomb also did absolutely ass. In fact, those two. So it's quite a lot of you guys did pretty terrible. So, up the ante. And I'm a little bit... hello, Fonzu Majala. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, hopefully you guys picked it up. I think there is 1 or 2 that might have got top banana. Shurish Limbam Limbu did okay for himself. Ultra Omamura, not too shabby. Liam Grayson, also in the not too shabby gang. Shane O'Donnell did okay. Oh, did terrible. He did absolutely awful. Brenda Show, also not too shabby. Seri Davids out in Bangkok. Keith Dalalami, he is here. Is he in the thing? He is. You did all right for yourself, Sunshine. Palash, gosh, terrible. LG and Cal did all right for himself. You got Munch. He also got an okay. Yao for FVMP did pretty good. Black Rabbit of Death, not too shabby. Eduardo Cruz did absolutely terrible. Chasang Love did also pretty good for himself. And John Kedward, not too shabby indeed. I have a couple other new guys here. Welcome, Norwich City FC fan club. Welcome to the gang. John Kedward, you also did all right for himself. I didn't so see you, Tharo. Where are you? There you are. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to have a quick scan through. 1, 2... I don't think you got top banana, Sunshine. I don't think so. We'll have a look. Stephen Sillig did absolutely terrible. Omaji Monday did okay for himself. Chilar, not too bad. Yannick Bustler did okay for himself. Tharo, here it is. Drum roll, please. You did okay. You didn't do top banana, but you didn't do terrible. Adia Petra, not too shabby. Billy Spencer did okay for himself. A.N. Kumar did absolutely terrible. Sergio Portillo Cortez also did pretty good for himself. Raphael Jarrett, not too shabby. And Matthew, CO2, did terrible. Enter the final stretch now. James Rigby did terrible. And Roberto Hollis did okay for himself. So that wraps it up. So hello, Vincent Hung. Welcome to the gang. Yeah. Welcome, everybody, for the stream. It is very early. You don't usually come this live. But because of the next few days, I was either going to record it or stream it, and I know you guys don't like me recording it, so we're going to stream it. We're going to take a look now at the Premier League. This is what the table looks like. Liverpool are 10 points clear of Leicester City at the top. Man City are in third, 4 points adrift of Leicester City, and Chelsea are hanging on in there. In a must-win game this weekend up against Tottenham. 3 points separate two sides. There's Manchester United, Sheffield United, and Wolves. Down the bottom is Watford, Norwich, and Southampton going down to the Championship as Rovers tinker with the thoughts of going up in the playoffs. Anyway, this is the games we're going to be talking about now. This top one, I'm not too sure about if that's happening or not, though. I think is it dependent on how they do in the Club Cup or whatever it is. But West Ham were expected to play Liverpool, but I think that might be postponed. But anyway, I'm going to give you, have I got any information on that one? Let's have a look, see if the bookies have got anything. No, they do not. So that game is not happening, but I'll tell you all about it anyway. I would have expected a straight up 2-1 win. But that game is not happening. So let's skip on to the games that are happening. And it could be Everton with Ancelotti up against Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. But I think the rumours are that this will be the game. They might be in attendance, but they might not be taking control of it. So it might not be their actual debuts. But we'll have to wait and see. So these two are duking it out. Everton come into this 16th in the table. They're still in a relegation dogfight at the moment. But if they can get a springboard here, they could fly up the table. As for Arsenal, they come into this 10th, and a win for them could see them rise to 6th. So a lot of the table for these two juggernauts of the English game. And anyway, the last 6 though between two sides. 2 wins for Everton, 4 wins for Arsenal. This match last season ended up as a 1-0 win for the Toffees. Phil Jagielka with the one and only goal on the 10th minute. If you want to take a look at the last 6 over in Goodison, it's been 2 wins for the hosts, 3 for Arsenal and 1 draw. Arsenal actually beat them 2 seasons back with a 5-2 demolition, 7-goal thriller. I like a bit of that myself, with goals from Monreal, Ozil, Lacazette, Ramsey and Sanchez, of all people, Wayne Rooney and Omar Niasse getting the goal. The bookies odds on this one go 30-10 for Everton, 15-8 for Arsenal, 27-10 for the draw. What you guys got for me in the chat? What do you think about Ancelotti, eh? Unbelievable. That is a monstrous statement of intent. He is a top 4 manager, no questions, and Everton coming out of nowhere. They're not even a top 6 club. They're not even in that sort of bracket. They're probably a top 12 club, if you're completely honest with you. They used to be into that bracket. They've been in Champions League football before, but this is a monstrous statement of intent. Will it turn their fortunes around and maybe push them towards those top 4 spots and beyond? You know what? I think out of the 2 appointments, if Arsenal do get Mikel Arteta, I think, it's quite embarrassing misfortunes for Arsenal, for going. I know Mikel Arteta's former player and all that, and he's been working under the wings for Pep recently. But I did a tweet the other day saying that Mikel Arteta is the 2019-2020. Brian Kidd. Brian Kidd was Alex Ferguson's assistant manager for years and years and years. And Blackburn Rovers picked him up thinking that we could get the next best thing, but he was absolutely terrible, and we ended up in a worse situation than we did. So Mikel Arteta for Arsenal, I think that's a bold move, and that could be one that has egg on its face. But Everton picking up Ancelotti is absolutely crazy. So what do you guys got for me in chat? We're going to kick it off with Nathan Heaver with a 2-0 win for Everton. Fonzie Majala's going with a 4-1 whenever it's played. Fair play to you. Thara's going with a 3-1 win for Everton. Keith Dalmini has gone with a 2-2 draw. Fonzie Majala with a 3-1 win for the Toffees. Vincent Hung's gone with a 3-1 win as well. Holo Vlogs has gone with a 2-1 win. Welcome to the stream for Arsenal. That's right, Everton in 7th place on average. So for me, So Arsenal still no updates. Yeah, it's still boiling over. I think Pep's playing our ball on that one. I'm actually going to go with a 2-1 win for Everton on this one, with morale flying high. Even if Duncan Ferguson, is in charge of this one, the morale will be high. Ancelotti's on the horizon, and this could be a massive turning point for Everton as a club, as a whole. So going to go with that one on this one. Next up, we have Bournemouth up against Burnley, them six-fingered freakazoids. Let's take a look at them suckers. Now, the last 6 between two sides, 2 wins for Bournemouth, 4 wins for Burnley, 0 draws. This match last season actually went in favour of them freaks, with goals from the two Ashleys, Westwood and Barnes. Chris Wood also on the score sheet. Ashley Barnes actually got a big fat OG on the day, so he'd be hoping to maybe rectify that little error. The last 6 over at the Vitality, or the last 5, has actually been 1 win for Bournemouth, 3 wins for Burnley. So they've got the upper hand. They've got the mentality to kind of duke it over the South Coast side. Burnley have actually failed to win 9 of the last 10 away games, though. The six-fingered figures always come into this. 12th in the table, 21 points on the board. A win for them, though, could rise to 8th. As for Bournemouth, they are 14th in the table, 19th on the board. 1 win in 6 for them. Previous 5 games were defeats. What you guys got from me in the chat before I give you the odds? I'll tell you. We're going to go 27-20 for Bournemouth, 2-1 for Burnley, and 12-5 is the draw on this one. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys thinking about this one? Obviously, Burnley, they don't obviously instill me with confidence, but they're annoying. They are very annoying, and they just won't go away. Their form book heading into this is 1 win and a 4. Before the last game against Newcastle, they lost 3 on the spin. Away games are difficult for Burnley, so they'll be expecting to. Chris Wood. I rate him. I rate Chris Wood highly. He scores goals in the Championship, and he can be a bit of a pain in the Premier League. So I was very gutted for him when he made the move to Burnley from, I think it was from Leeds. But yeah. So we have some picks in the house. We do have Nathan Heaver's going with a 1-1 draw. Fonzie Mujala with a 2-1 win for Bournemouth. Vincent Hunk's going 2-1 win for the Freakazoids. Thara's going with a 1-1 draw. They do have plenty of injuries. They need to strengthen the squad, and I don't know if they're going to do it. Keith Dalmini's going with a 2-1 win for Bournemouth on this one. And that win for Bournemouth, again, could rise to 12th above Burnley and push them close to the drop. Going to go with a 3-1 win myself. Burnley don't travel well. They pin their hopes on playing at their shit zone, that is Turdmore. But coming to Bournemouth, it's going to be a long old trip for them heading into Christmas. But 3-1 Bournemouth. Next up, we have Aston Villa up against Southampton. Two sides looking for points. Southampton are in 18th with 15 points. Aston Villa are also in with 15 points, 1 position better off with 17. Both sides back-to-back defeats heading into this. Villa have actually got 4 games without a win, if you break down the numbers. Let's take a look at the games then between the two sides. The last 6 has gone 3 draws, 3 wins for Southampton. The last time that these two sides did duke it out at Villa Park, it was a 6-goal thriller back in 2016 with goals from Ashley Westwood. We just talked about him. Shane Long, that's Ashley Westwood for Villa. He got both of them. Dusan Tadic got 2 for Southampton. Shane Long got the other. And Sadio Mane wrapped it up with flipping the 4th goal. Remember Mane at Southampton? Aston Villa actually lost their last 3 matches in the Premier League. And they've actually conceded at least 2 goals in 7 of the last 8 matches. So they've got a bit of a leaky defence despite having poked between the sticks. Their home form is... What's their home form like heading into this? It's not bad. It's not terrible form. Only losing 2 of the past 6 in all competitions. Whereas Southampton's away form, they've not won in 6 away from home. So not looking good for them. Bookmakers odds on this one, 27-20 for Aston Villa, 19-10 for Southampton, 30-5 is the draw between these two sides, and a win for both of them because they're both on 15 points. Could see them potentially leapfrog Everton into 16th, but obviously Everton, I've got in my eyes, got the big fat victory. So we'll have to wait and see about that bad boy. What you guys got for me in the chat? Well, Nathan Heaver opens up the doors with a 3-0 win for Aston Villa. Fonzie Mujala with a 3-2 win for Southampton. Keith Dalmini with a 2-1 win for Southampton. And Thara's gone with a 2-0 win for Aston Villa. Vincent Hung has gone for a 3-2 win for Aston Villa as well. Again, guys, the guys that are in the chat now, make sure you get predictions in the comment section down below so we can have a little look at them for next week. And speaking of next week, I'll stick around at the end of the video because I've got a little bit some special announcements going on to talk about in the next few days because it's going to get manic. It's going to get very, very crazy in the next few days. For me, what have I gone for on this one? I've actually gone with a 2-0 win for Aston Villa. They just put a bit of a put a statement of intent in the League Cup. I know it was up against a bunch of kids against Liverpool, but they'll be thinking about potentially a bit of silverware there in the Carabao Cup. So their tails will be up despite playing a bunch of boys last time out. Next up, we have Brighton up against Sheffield United. Now, Brighton are actually looking good at the moment, flying still under the radar. Where are they? 13th in the table, unbeaten in 3, 2 draws and a win in their last 6. Sheffield United, though, still doing absolutely crazy in 7th spot, 1 defeat at the past 6 as well. Back-to-back wins as well, so they're looking good at the moment. A win for Sheffield United could see them rise to 5th, and that'll be one at least a couple of points off a 4th spot. That's Champions League football for Chris Wilder and Sheffield United. How mad is that? That's as mad as talking about Rovers getting in the playoffs. As for Brighton, a win for them in 13th could see them rise to potentially 9th at the moment. So let's look at the last 6, though. The past few occasions, in fact, all of the occasions over the recent years, I've been in the Championship. 1 win for Brighton, 4 wins for Sheffield United, 1 draw. This time, or the last time that these two sides actually played together at the Amex was back in 2005. It was a 1-0 win for Sheffield United. The one and only goal, if you are in the comments, who do you think scored the one and only goal for Sheffield United against Brighton in 2005? Birmingham or something. Anyway, what you guys got for me in the chat? Well, we've got you guys with me. It does say I've got a bad resolution. Are you guys still with me? Hopefully the stream is coming on good. Let me have a quick check on my. It still looks okay. So what you guys got for me? Nathan Eves is going with a 2-1 win for Sheffield United. Noah Haynes is going with a 5-2 win for Brighton, perhaps. Fonzie Bajala with a 4-4 draw. Thara is going with a 2-1 win for Sheffield United. Fitz Hung with a 2-1 win for Sheffield United. Brighton with a 2-2 draw. Sheffield United second best defensive team in the league, but kind of struggling to score. Brighton scoring goals, 2-1. That's Noah Haynes on this one. Hopefully you're still with me. It looks a little bit choppy. I don't know what I can do to speed that sucker up. Well, we'll just ride through it. We'll plough through it like a tank. That's what we'll do. So what you guys got for me? I'm going to go with a big fat 2-1 win for Brighton. Someone did mention it. But Maupay's doing bits. I do like a bit of, what's his name? Aaron Moy is a very good player. Rate him very, very highly. So Brighton are doing well. I do still have them expected to struggle and go down, Brighton, but I think Sheffield United will hang on. Anyway, moving forward onto Newcastle United up against Crystal Palace. It's an interesting game, this one. The last 6 between two sides, 2 wins for the Toon, 2 wins for Crystal Palace and 2 draws. This match last season ended up as a 1-0 win for Crystal Palace with Luka Milikovic getting the one and only goal from the penalty spot. In fact, Crystal Palace unbeaten in 3 games between the two sides, drawing in 2 matches at Selhurst Park back-to-back. Newcastle actually undefeated in the last 7 home matches down at St James's Park Lake. Newcastle actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 home matches, so they found goals at home. The bookies odds 7-5 for the Toon, 21-10 the draw, 11-5 for Warriors Boys, Crystal Palace. Newcastle find themselves in 11th in the table, 22 points on the board. Their form overall, 2 defeats in the past 6 is not bad. A win would see them potentially rise to 6th. Could leapfrog Manchester United in the process. As for Crystal Palace, they are actually above Newcastle, 23 points on the board, 9th in the table. A win for them could also see them rise above Tottenham into 5th spot, boys and girls. Woo! Oh my goodness. Boys, doing it large. Obviously coming in the back of this with that derby draw against Brighton, 1-1, which we just talked about. What you guys got for me in the chat? Well, we got a couple picks. If we're going to go with a 1-1 draw from Nathan Heaver. Noah Haynes is going with a 2-1 win for Newcastle. Thara is going with a 1-1 draw as well. When I look at this, I do see only a Newcastle victory, I think. Did I put Newcastle victory? I did. I went with a 2-0 win, quite convincing win in the end. Vincent Hung's going with a 2-1 win as well. Not away, Nathan, believe me. So Fonzuma, Jala and Nathan becoming buddies right here live on the chat. What a special moment that is. Hopefully you guys can join us next time live. It is very, very early. They're not going to be like this usually. We're going to be back at a more reasonable time for the Europe people. But it does. Hey, Elgin Cow's in the house. Welcome. Just got my heart tested. Well, hopefully all is well. Elgin Cow, welcome. Keith Dalmini's got with a 2-1 win for Crystal Palace. Fonzie Majala with a 1-0 win for the Geordies. Elgin Cow straight in there with a 2-1 win. And look at that. Another reunion. LG and Cal, Nathan Heaver, just like old times, back in the summer, hey? We were all hanging out, talking about Senegal and all that kind of good stuff. Those were the days. Anyhow, let's move on to Norwich up against Wolves. Norwich coming to this on that morale-boosting draw against Leicester City most recently. But Norwich are still in a bit of a slump in the old relegation zone at the moment, 19th spot, 12 points on the board. A win, though, could see them rise above Aston Villa and out of the drop zone, pushing them back into it. Wolves are up as high as 8th Just 1 win and 4 for Wolves. Not great form for them. But a win, though, could see them rise to 5th and pushing for Champions League honours. That's right. Norwich actually failed with 11 of the last 12 matches. Wolves are undefeated in the last 6 away matches. So it's looking good for Wolves at the moment. 11-4 for Norwich. The bookmakers odds 90-20 for Wolves. 11-4 is the draw. Woo, okay. And Madagascar. We talked wholesomely about Madagascar. And we're going to do it all again next year when we talk about Europe. That's right. Nathan Heaver's gone with a 2-0 win for Wolves. LG and Cow sticking with his buddy as well with a 2-0 win for Wolves over Norwich, the Canaries. Noah Hames, 2-0 win for Wolves. Next time, always works. So everyone's going 2-0 Wolves. They're back in the Molyneux boys. Keith Dalmini, though, is going with a 3-1 win for Wolves. He's going bigger. I'm arguing a match with him. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Wolves. Fonzie Majala with a 2-2 draw. Joe Turner decides to buck the trend and go with a 2-1 win for Norwich. Well. That's a little bit spicy, isn't it? A bit of a controversy there. So Joe Turner was the only one back in the Canaries on this one right here live on the chat. Next up, we do have a tasty one. 2 former Premier League winners duking it out at the Etihad. We'll talk about that in just a second. Vincent Hung with a 3-0 win for Wolves. Tharo with a 3-0 win for Wolves. Norwich is bad at home. But they come into this on the back of a draw against Leicester City, so they might have turned themselves around. But ultimately, yes, I think they will get beat heading into this one. Next up, Manchester City against Leicester City. Tasty on this one. I'm looking forward to this. All eyes will be on this one on Saturday around about 5:30 UK time. Elgin Cow straight in there with his pick. But let's take a look at the last 6 between the two sides. 4 wins for Man City, 1 draw, and 1 win for Leicester City. Leicester City's win came the last season, actually, 2-1 at their place with... who scored the goals on that day? Mark Albrighton and Ricardo Pereira. Bernardo Silva got himself the one and only Manchester City goal. Fabian Delph getting himself sent off. However, this match last season was just the 1-0 for Manchester City, and it was Vincent Kompany's goal. Wasn't it that barnstorming goal that everyone was talking about? I think it was. The one that pretty much won him the title against Leicester City. So... the Premier League table speaks for itself. Leicester City come into this above Manchester City, but a win for City could a win for the current Premier League champions could see them close that to just 1 point heading into Boxing Day. Bookmakers odds, they go with 38-100 for Manchester City, 30-2 for Leicester, 17-4 the draw. What are you guys are thinking on that one then, eh? What you guys got for me on this? Well, LG and Cow straight in with a 1-0 win for the champs. Nathan Heaver's gone with a 3-1 win for Leicester. Fonzie Majala with a 2-2 draw. Keith Dalmini with a 3-1 win for Manchester City. Joe Turner with a 2-0 win for Manchester City as well. Looks like the stream is going to lag out a little bit here. Looks like it's getting a little bit squished. But yeah. A lot of you boys are back in City. I think one guy's got Leicester. Nathan Heaver's gone for Leicester. It's a bold move, mate. It's a bold old move. Tharo's gone with a 3-2 win as well. A win for Leicester City could close the door a little bit to Liverpool, but if it was at home, I think Leicester City would have a good chance, but I think Manchester City will nick this one. I'm going to go with a 4-2 demolition, 6-goal thriller. It might be tight. Leicester City might get the noses in front, but I think ultimately at home, Leicester City will close the gap and maybe even get themselves back into contention for second spot. So I've got Man City big, 4-2 winners on this one. So let's just see if that pans out or not. Next up, we have a bit of a boring one, I think. Watford, my boy, well, not my boys, but soft spot for Watford under Pearson. They're in trouble. They are in trouble, and they need a win against Manchester United, who, what's their form? Their form's decent, isn't it, Manchester United? Unbeaten in at least 6 games at the moment, 25 points. I think this must be the time of year when Ollie livens up a little bit. This I think between like November and February is when Ollie's in his prime. After that, he's going to go. The wheels will come off again. So I expect Manchester United to win this one. Heading into this. Now, the last 6, though, between two sides is 1 win for Watford, 5 wins for United. This match last season was a 2-1 win for Manchester. I think Mourinho was in charge with this one. Lukaku and Smalling with the 2 goals. Andre Gray getting Watford back into it with Matic getting himself sent off. If you want to take a look at the last 6 over in Vicarage Road, doesn't get much better for Watford. Just the 1 win for them. 5 wins for United. So United think Vicarage Road is a bit of a safe stomping ground. Last victory for Watford was back in 2016. 3-1 win with with Capoue, Zuniga and Troy Deeney getting the goals. Rashi got the one and only goal for United. Man United actually undefeated in the last 6 matches, but Watford actually failed to score in the last 3 matches in the Premier League. And they've also failed to win 20 of the last 21 matches in the Premier League. So they're looking very, very woeful. And Pearson does not give me any confidence whatsoever. 70-5 for Watford, 29-10 for the draw. 78-100 is 78-100 is the away win. What we got on the chat, we've got Nathan Heaver with a 2-1 win for United, Joe Turner with a 4-0 win for United, LG and Cal with a 2-2 draw, Vincent Hung's going with United, 1-0, Fonsu Majala with a 2-1 win for the Hornets, Keith Dalmini with a 2-2 draw. So most of you backing United on this one. Tharo's going against the grain with a 2-1 win for United on this one. A win, though, for United, who currently find themselves, where are they in the table? They're around about. They're sitting a 6th, though. A win for them could close the door to just 1 point from 4th spot. That's right. They could rise above Tottenham as well. And they end up this prediction video against Chelsea. We'll talk about that in just a second. A win for Watford, who are in 20th. Could potentially push Norwich to the bottom of the table, but we'll have to wait and see. Alex, the biggest football fan's going with a 3-1 win for United on this one. I'm going with a 3-1 win for you. Are you been cheating? Are you been cheating? Are you looking over my shoulder, sunshine? 3-1 win for United on this one. And again, that could push them closer to Champions League football once again. So we're going to wrap it up here, boys, with there's 3 games I think are must watch if you're a neutral fan. Everton against Arsenal, that's got all eyes on it because no one else is playing at that time. Manchester City against Leicester, all eyes on that son of a bitch. And then Tottenham against Chelsea, I think another barnstormer to end the weekend, heading into Boxing Day bonanza. We'll talk more about Boxing Day just to tickety boo. The last 6 though between 2 sides, 3 wins for Spurs, 3 wins for Chelsea. Okay, last season at Tottenham, it was a 0-0 draw in the Cup, but in the Premier League, it was a 3-1 win for Spurs with Dele Alli, Harry Kane, and Son Heung-min, the trio, the 3 amigos, scoring for Tottenham. Oliver Giroud getting the one and only goal for Chelsea. The last 6 over when Tottenham have hosted Chelsea, it's been 4 wins for Spurs, 1 draw, and 1 win for Chelsea. That win for Chelsea back in 2017, 2-1 win. Goals from Marco Alonso with a double, and Michy Batshuayi with a big fat OG. Tottenham actually undefeated in the last 6 home matches in the Premier League. Is that all Mourinho, or was some of that? I think some of that must have been Pochettino. Bookmakers odds on this one: 7-5 for Spurs, 9-5 versus Chelsea, 13-5 the draw. Now the underlining factor is Jedi, Jose Mourinho up against Padawan, and that is Frank Lampard. That is the underbelly of this thing. Can the student outdo the master? I don't think so. I think Frank Lampard's got there. Chelsea are going for a bit of a wobbly form at the moment. 4 defeats out of the past 5. And there could even be rumblings or a discussion that maybe Frank Lampard's out of his depth a little bit. I don't think so. I think it's a blessing in disguise. The transfer window's about to open up for Chelsea, and they could be very, very active. And then they could start to bring some experience into this Chelsea side. If you want some opinions on Chelsea, listen to the boy Nathan Heaver. He's here with me on the chat. He knows his boys. LG and Cal's gone with a 2-1 win for Spuds. Chelsea, of course, to win 3-2. Joe Turner with a 0-0 draw. Fonsu Majala with a 4-2 win for Spurs. Keith Dalmini and Vincent Hung both go with a 2-2 draw. Tharo's gone with a 3-1 win. And he says, Jose is on fire. Yes. Is he on fire in my eyes? Well, I'll tell you. He's actually on fire with a 3-1 win. Alex, the biggest football fan, thought he saw my notes. He's gone with a 3-2 win for Spurs as well. So me and Tharo on point on this one. So Jose Mourinho lost to former Man United. Same thing here. Yeah, again, yeah. Solskjaer outmastered him. But does Lampard know the Mourinho playbook? That's what I'm talking about. Does he know the inner workings of Mourinho's brain? But anyway, that's my picks. You guys have participated live in the chat, and I do appreciate it. But again, get them in the comment section down below so we can take a little look at them, because I can't do it through the chat. You're gonna have to spend a little bit of time pumping it down there below. Anyway, so if my results were to come on in, this is what the Premier League would look like heading into Boxing Day, Christmas Day, whatever you want to call it. Liverpool will be leading the way despite not playing, even though I gave them the win. So there would be a game in hand. And Leicester City will be on 39 points. Manchester City would be in 38. Spurs will be up to 4th in 29th. And Chelsea would be in 5th. Man United 6th. Wolves 7th. Down in the middle there. 13th place Arsenal. And 14th place Everton. Under new regimes, I'm expecting at that point. Southampton, Norwich and Watford going down to the Championship. Baby. So Nitish Nupane says Arsenal win for sure. I don't know. I don't think so. Not with Ancelotti coming on in. Okay, folks, now that is the majority of what we need to talk about here today, but let's talk about some other stuff over the next few days. It is going to get crazy on the channel. Obviously, Boxing Day is right around the corner as well, so Boxing Day fixture. So what my plan is to go live on Christmas Eve, I think, or the 23rd for the next round of the Premier League matches. So make sure you stick around for that. Hopefully I'll have a little notification coming up on the channel to let you know when that sucker is. It could be the 23rd. I don't know. Is there games up on Monday on this one? We could do it Monday. Yeah, we could do it Monday, but it'd be before Blackburn Rovers taking on Wigan on the Championship, because I'm going to be watching that game. So it could be a 5 o'clock thing in the UK, depending on wherever you are in the world. So make sure you check that out. Speaking of other stuff, and then obviously the Boxing Day games happen on the 26th. I'll be going to go live once again on the 26th, not so long after the Premier League games. There'll be 2 live shows on the Boxing Day, Championship and Premier League predictions on the same day. There might be a little bit of a break between the two sides to get everything queued up. But anyway, so make sure you check that out. And then finally, been working on this behind the scenes. It's not all confirmed just yet either. FA Cup. The FA Cup starts very early in January as well, like January the 6th or something like that. I'm actually going to do a special live prediction show for that. So it could be a 2-hour bonanza. It's actually something I've been working on. It's involving Cass, the cat. If you don't know what Cass is, go check her out on the channel. She's the founder of this channel. She's the one who you know, was the brains behind everything, and that what the channel's built off. But we've generated, or we're about to generate, it's on the verge, a computer-generated Cass simulator. That's right, yes. You heard it here first, spoiler. And in that Cass simulator, she's going to predict each and every one of the FA Cup games. Now, each game will take about 30 seconds to predict. We're going to go through all the FA Cup teams. So there's a lot of big teams involved, little clubs in there. Come check it out. It's going to be something special. And if it's successful and everybody likes it, we're going to do it for the knockout stages for the Champions League, the Europa League. We're going to do it for the Euros, and we'll do it for other major stuff as well. So looking forward to doing that. Been behind the scenes for about 2 months now. But anyway, what are my plans for Christmas Day? I'm going to get drunk, and I'm going to eat a lot of food, and probably no videos. But there might be a Christmas message popping on the channel. I'll have to wait and see. I've got to try. I've got a lot of business to take out this weekend, which is unfortunate, which kind of messes up a little stuff. But hopefully not too much discomfort or disrumblings with the channel. But anyway, yeah. So that's there's one game. Elgin Cow's bringing up a valid point. There is one game on the 27th. I am actually still going to make my predictions prior to that game. So unfortunately, everyone's scores might take a little hit or something like that. But we'll see. We'll see what I do. But I can't wait for that game, because I'm going to be on the road on the 27th. I'll be traveling. And that's another thing to bear in mind. The games after that will be recorded. So anyway. Anywho, that's enough of jibber jabber. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, smash the subscribe. New videos pretty much every single day on the channel. I really do hope you guys can join me on Christmas Eve for this FA Cup bonanza. Really looking forward to it. I need input. I need you guys to turn up. I need you guys to smash the thumbs up, because this could be epic. It could also be shit, but it could be very epic. It's definitely I got an idea elsewhere from some other thing, but incorporating Cass into it, I think, adds a bit of spice and a bit of funk. So make sure you check that out. Christmas Eve. Don't know what time it'll be. I don't know if you have an idea. If you want to say, do it in the morning, do it in the evening, wherever you are. Hopefully most people will be off and be available to watch it. Anyhow, I'm going to let you get out of here. 2-hour stream, Christmas Eve for that FA Cup. I'm going to get out of here. Head over to my other channel. I'll be live after the City and Wolves games for predictions. Alrighty then. Anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. Make sure you bang the thumbs up, bang the subscribe. I'll see you all. When will Arsenal win again? After the Everton game. Until then, I'm going to let you get out of here. I'm going to roll the outro, and I'll see you all very, 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 very soon. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.